Welcome back, everyone. For today's adventure, it was going to be continuing building up the dam road here. You could see with the Warrior, which is a pretty big UTV. You can see how much still needs to come up over there. So I was just going to continue this way back. Makes the most sense now, instead of moving it from way down there. Even though I am going to probably have to move all that down here, I still need to build up that road and slope, so it'll be closer to move it over that way for there. But I remembered that the float is still in the creek, and this is about as low. If I build it up that high, I'll never reach it. Not as easily. I mean, obviously I can reach it. I'm going to get it with a chain. I could just about reach that now without a chain, but I can't grab it, not without destroying it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down there now. I've got to do a little bushwhacking. I wish I had thought of that when I had the Yanmar over here with the cutter. I could have blasted this out of here in 2 seconds, and I could still do it. But by the time I track all the way down here, I could do it faster with the clippers. So let me show you what my theory is going to be, and it is only a theory. So let me get the impact. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to put this lag through the chain and lag this through. This will catch 3 of the boards, which one side has 3 boards on it. And I'm going to hope they're not rotted. And then I'm going to lift it up, because I have to do a single lifting point on this. And these things weigh a couple thousand pounds, I would say, with all that concrete. But this side, I don't know if you can't really see it, but I'll go down there. When I go down, I'll show it. But there's three 2x8s on this side. So I'm hoping that catching all 3, I hope they're not rotted. If they're not rotted, this will work. If they're rotted, it's not going to work. It'll just split them right down the middle when I go to pick it up. And that's probably what will end up happening, but I've got to get it out. And worst case, I'll end up probably having to put the thumb down, and pull it out if I can't get it out easily. But you can see how it's disrupting the flow of the creek. So it's got to go, and it's got to go now. So of course I can't finish what I want to finish, but I got to do what I got to do. So let me get down there. All right, little change in my plans, just so you can see. Again, you can never tell heights or angles or anything on these cameras, but what I'm going to do is, I just have a feeling this wood just does not look in terrific shape to me. So what I'm going to do, I brought a smaller chain down, and I've got a bunch of ledger locks, which are a lot stronger than regular. They're skinnier, but they're a lot stronger than regular lags, and that will put less stress on the wood. And I'm going to put more of them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chain on either side. Well, one chain, I'm going to make a loop, and this way the pressure hopefully will be equal on both sides. And instead of pulling, see, the problem is if I put one in this way, when it stands up, all the weight is on the threads. Whereas if I make like a little bridle out of it, and I'd really like to put it on this end if possible, but I'm not sure how it'll stand up. I know if I put it on this end, I can stand it up that way. But there's so many trees in the way over here, I probably should cut them out. But of course, that means going back to get the pole pruner or chainsaw, and I don't feel like doing that. I'll probably wish I did, but I'm going to give it a shot. I think I'm going to put it on this side, even though the bank is right there. I don't know. No, I think I'm going to put it on that side, because I can get the excavator down here almost to it. I'll just push that tree out of the way and stand it up this way, and then up between these trees. I'll probably knock that tree down as well. I don't really want to take these trees out, because these trees are holding the bank, and as you can see, see down the creek, but it's not very wide, and there's a lot of trees, and I like to keep it clear. I mean, look at that tree hanging out of the I mean, it's hanging on. Pretty impressive. But you know, I'm going to try to get that one out when I get over to that end, but I think it's too far out. I don't know. It's just, I mean, look how massive, look how big that tree is. I mean, that tree's been in this creek for a long time and nobody's cleared it. Like I said, you've seen what I've cleared over what I call the creek trail down farther, but I got to have these people do it as well. But what I want is my side to be higher than their side, so when the creek fills up, it goes over to them and not over to me. So, all right, I'm going to get these put on, and I'll get the camera set up there. All right, I couldn't hold the camera and do it again, you know, and show it. But what I did was I've got the big lag bolt. Since I brought it down, that's in the bottom. Probably should have put it in the top. But, so I've got 2 there. And on this side, I've got 4. I put 2 at the top and 2 other ones. So this will give me enough to come down here and hook 2. Unfortunately, I forgot to buy a shackle. I've been wanting to order a shackle that will fit through the ring on the back of the bucket. But what I do have is if a chain shortener, which I should be able to put through and hook to each side of this chain. I'll show you when I get down here with it. But what I am going to do, I am going to go get the pole pruner, and I'm going to cut this tree, and I'm going to cut these trees off. I'm not going to cut them so they fall down, but I'm going to cut them so they fall over. This way it will kill them, and at least they won't get bigger, because we don't need 3 trees the size of that, which is amazing that they live in the water. Because a lot of times the water, you can see where the moss is. This is usually where the creek is. And these things are still alive, so they're tough. But we don't need them to be that big and blocking it up, because I don't need to be fixing this in 10 years or 15 years or whenever this would cause an issue. So I'm going to go get the pole pruner, and then I'm going to move the get the 250 warming up and move it over. So, all right, let me go get it. Got the windshield closed, air conditioning, the guy's got to come back. It's not exactly as cold as it was the day when he did it. He did something to it initially after he was done, because he thought something was off, and I think that he needs to put it back. Let's see if we can get those trees out of the way. See anything down there. Tarzan vine. take the GoPro down and try to show when I hook it, and we shall see what happens. But I'm going to leave that camera running. So I'm hoping that that's going to reach. With my luck, it's not going to reach, but we shall see. I mean, reach. I've got to get that chain up and into the hook with the. I'll show it down there when I get there. All right, so here's a look. I've got the chain shortener that Scruffy 61 gave me the idea for many years ago. I don't know where he's been. I haven't seen him on lately, but hopefully he's okay. But I still give him credit every time I use it. So I don't know if I've got it even, but regardless, it should still have 2 points of contact when it pops up. So all right, let me get up there and let's see what happens. All right, there we go. There's a shot of her hanging. My plan worked. Now to figure out how I want to get it undone, I've got to take those bolts out and get my chain back, but I also want to get it in the water. So I guess what I'm going to do is put it in somewhere over here and attach it like I did that one. Maybe I'll just tie them to the same stake, because all that's going to be going away, so I don't really want it on that side. But well, at least something went right today. All right, now I just got to figure out how to get it in there without losing my chains, because it's facing the wrong way. Oh, I forgot to put the other camera on. this again. Not sure how I'm going to get it in there. I got to get down over this hump here too without letting that crash in. Can we go up? Nope. That's not good. Gonna have to turn sideways. Gonna have to turn like this to get down. Otherwise, I was gonna bang into the ground. I think I'm going to go straight ahead at that lowest part because I lowered the water level down by taking out the beaver dam, but now I have a greater mountain to climb out of. I think on this angle anyway, I could get down. Let's let it stop swinging. Problem's going to be getting off. That's going to be the problem. And for anybody that doesn't believe about the white bird or the eagle or the hawks, I just literally came back here 6:30. This is after the end of the ending, and there's a piece of rebar. Remember, if you go back to the one where I had David throw in the water, which I don't think was that particular one, but having a piece of rebar right there with my footprints all underneath it, and that was not there when I just came back to get the camera and show you where it was. So thank you, David. I asked him to help me today and I know he did because it went perfectly, and there's the icing on the cake right there to let you know. Thank you. Well, here's a little bonus ending to my ending. I took the Yanmar, the Mini, over with the rotary cutter, and I cut down all those, whatever those weeds were, all the way down, so it looks nice. Now I can see where the slope needs to be because that was driving me crazy. So I did that, and that is done. So I'm just gonna, it's late already, it's like 6:30. I'm just gonna close up the 250. We're supposed to get a storm tonight, but I'm pretty safe where it is right now. Worst case, if it got bad, I could still get to it and bring it up top here. And one last shot down where the float used to be. There we are. All right, little extra ending.